everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO The Hobbit. We are almost certainly going to get it all done today. Let's see, we need to, I guess, walk out of this building first, see if anything changes. There is a question mark here that we need to be dressed like a, I think, giant troll, or just a troll. I think we have a custom character set up for that quest. We should get everything done in the next hour, or even less than an hour. Let's see, what does this guy want us dressed up like?
Where do you think you're going? This establishment's for Orcs only, and you don't look like no Orc to me. Move along, sweet.
So he wants me dressed like an orc, which is strange because I think there's two quests that want me dressed like an orc.
Something? Here, have this one as a replacement, and try not to lose it again. In you go.
Let's go in here. Alright, this is quite... This is quite the musical keyboard here. Interesting. Let's see what this quest is.
Oi, how'd you get in here? I've no time to deal with you. This flipping goblin swole in the place. Wasn't you that let them in, was it? Well, I'll bet it was. In which case, you can help me clear those pests out.
Alright, let's take out some goblins. So it's orcs only. This is an orcs only establishment, so goblins gotta go. Couple left.
That all of them. Goblins. And they got a place of their own to hang about. Anyway, thanks for your help. As a reward, you're now an honorary member of the club. Just don't tell the manager.
So, this is a reference to a cage dancer, which I don't think cage dancers have been used in a long time. Of course, I don't frequent establishments that have cage dancers, but I would guess that's probably a pretty old mentality of doing stuff. Hey, I'm surprised I was able to get out of that. How come all these characters are asleep now? Have they danced the night away? I need to leave here and then come back in to get the red brick challenge. It seems. Here he is.
Why's there no one dancing in here? This club's gone downhill lately. Well, this lot needs a good whack with a metal rhythm stick.
Already have that.
A bit of a stink last time I went into a blacksmith. Trod on his wife or something. So could you forge one for me? I know a way to loot more gold than I could give you in return. That the fella? Right. Time to melee some booms into this miserable bunch. Thanks again for your help. I know I've had. I'll sleep well once I get back into the cave.
So always loot gold. So now the metal rhythm stick has got him dancing again. music changes a little bit.
Good morning.
So, wow, I am really zoomed out on the map. What in the world? Why is the map so zoomed out? It's never been zoomed out before. Alright. Let's see, there's 2 daytime things there. There's 2 things here, let's get those. I will say, despite all the bugs and everything, I also probably just played a little poorly in this game. You're always kind of doing LEGO games, though. It's like, if you're not following the achievement, if you don't know where the red bricks are, you are gonna have a slightly uninteresting or, well, slightly less than satisfactory turn of events. Let's see, we need a buddy up character here. I'm really surprised this guy did not show up again in the game. Orc Berserker is now unlocked. There's still 1 giant creature to collect and a couple other creatures to collect. It's a little surprising that there's still so many people to unlock. But yeah, if I had been able to find the score multipliers a little bit better, it wouldn't have been an issue where I'm only at 5.5 billion when I need to really be at 10 billion. And I could really just focus right now on the last few achievements. Otherwise, I will probably have to spend a couple extra, maybe an hour extra playing this game, grinding. He's snoring.
Everyone loves gorillas.
So he wants me to dress up as a gorilla? That's fine. I already have that. That's all he says? Alright. So, gorilla guy. I think he was the last one, but we'll go through them all. Here he is.
Mummy, is that you? Oh, hi, Judy. I'm dreaming again. Oh, in that case, I'm off to play the drums. Bye, Mummy.
That was weird. I mean, really weird. Let's see. The mouthy mallet and everything else. I guess I need to look around and see if there's anything left to do. Okay, there is one thing here to do, so we'll fly here. Once I've done everything at nighttime, I need to change it back to daytime again, going back and forth several times as in these last few hours, but it's not a huge issue. It hasn't been a situation where we every 5 minutes are switching between day and night. I'm not sure I really like the day and night cycles for LEGO games though. Yeah, I think it's kind of pointless. Yeah, I haven't had any fun with it actually. It just is unnecessary. It would have probably saved them a lot of work in making this game for very little reward.
Brave warriors, are you bold enough to face the terrors that await in this terrifying cave? Great foes of your past gathered in one convenient, terrifying place. Steel yourself against the nightmares and fight in the memory arena.
Interesting. So I have boss disguises on.
In the great corner are brave heroes from someplace or other. In the other great corner, something scary that's gonna twist them if they ain't careful.
Is it a different boss each time? I bet it isn't, because that wouldn't really work, particularly in this area where there's things that bosses could get stuck on. I suspect this is just gonna be the mothers doing the mother gag again. There we go. So I just want to get this done as fast as possible. I'm not a big fan of these quick time events either. Smash this, smash these, hit these guys. I think I have super slap on. That would explain why this is a little quicker to kill all these guys. So I would highly recommend you having super slap on at all times. Come on, one more time. A to jump, B to slam. There we go. Now it's the spider mother. How much of this is there? I hope it's not as much as I think. Because this could get rather annoying. If there's more than like one more set of enemies after this, you're talking a rather long fight sequence. And having to hit them 3 times seems excessive. This may have been a debug sequence to just have all the bad guys attack in a row. Tap those buttons. Now see, right now I'm not doing anything at all. It's just kind of waiting for the next opportunity to do the action that I've already succeeded at. That's far too long of a delay between pressing a button and something happening. Again, as soon as you saw that B button prompt go away, I took my hand off the controller. And everything else was just done automatically. So as soon as this B fills up, I'm going to take my thumb off, not pushing any buttons, not touching the control stick. So here's the mother again, mother troll. So as far as the mother troll, I think we need to co-op together. So where's my... No, my other guy I don't think is... What's my other character? Yeah, he's a gorilla, that's why I can't co-op, so let's switch to somebody that can buddy up. Buddy up guy. Get it. Good. Let's see if I can get him to attack this way. That was my buddy up guy. Another one, good. Still having the same problem of these infinitely spawning trolls right next to my guy that I need to do the action. However, it seems like this boss gets confused. See, and I would say that's it.
That is it. Those honourable creatures are out, and our heroic, hefty, rather hairy heroes emerge victorious. Tell me, how does it feel? Oh, we've run out of time. Here's your trophy.
There's one more trophy somewhere. Let's walk out of this area. There's one more mithril brick. I guess I know that. It's right here, isn't it? And so once we have that mithril brick, then everything else is just making the last couple of items we need to forge and turning those in. So we're at 97.7% done right now. I've got the tips always on, so we're seeing all these tips that long time ago it already told us. But it's nice to have that option, particularly in a kids game. I could imagine you have 2 or 3 kids playing the same save file, which no real reason to do that. Let them all play different save files. Alright, here is a character and a mithril brick. Fly away. This would look so much better if the clouds weren't here. I haven't mentioned this, but absolutely 100% their goal was at one point to not have any clouds because they wanted the whole world to just almost always be loaded or instantaneously load. And obviously their engine can't even run this game appropriately as it is, so they had to scale back. Am I going the right direction? I don't think I'm going the right direction. According to my gold marker here, which we still haven't gotten an extra where we can collect the ghost studs. And we really need that. If we had collected that a long time ago, is this thing pointing me in the right direction? No, it's not. Yeah. That's what I thought. Marked it.
Tell me honestly.
Let's go in here and see if there's anything in this. Nope.
Greetings, travelers.
So the loot system's pointless. Really hurt this game. That's all I can really say about it, is it hurt the experience of this game more than you would think. It made me spend several million studs that could have been used for score times 2, which would have gotten me ahead of the curve a lot faster. Let's see, I need to switch to an elven character. Who is this character? I don't know. I don't know what this character is. I don't know what this character is. And I don't know what this character is. And I should be done. That's 17. So we're in this weird position where there's like, where are the characters? There's one here that must be new. He must have not been there before. There's nothing there. Nothing over here. I have to zoom back and forth because the map is unwieldy. Ah, there's another character that way to get. Here's a question mark to get. Let's fly here and get that one. And then we'll go to Bree, forge the last 2 items we need to get. And see if we can get this done, or if we're gonna end this series at 99.9% done because of some final bug. Wow. Going through this game really has been just fantastical, I would say. And not in a good way. I mean, I've been living a fantasy and deluding myself as far as all of the unacceptable bugs and not and things I should have given up on. But when I do that and delude myself, there is actually a good game. At least the beginnings of a good game here.
Caves. Unless you're a dwarf, I suppose. If I'm going to pursue a career in mining, though, I'd much prefer a mithril pickaxe to get the whole business done in a jiffy. If you'd be good enough to forge me one, I'll give you a tip on perfect forging.
Perfect forging.
Me a mithril pickaxe? Well, that's awfully generous of you, but... Well, Farmer Maggot offered me an extra pumpkin a week if I stick to farming for him. So I won't be doing any mining after all. Still, maybe I can use it to chase off any other nuisance trolls. Thanks.
Okay, so wait a minute. Perfect forging for 5 million. And if I had that, if I could have gotten that a long time ago, that would have made the forging minigame a little bit easier. Alright, move now to Bree. There's 2 last things to forge. Then we've got a couple of things to turn in daytime, and then a few things to do at night. But we're very close here. 98.3% done. Probably shouldn't have paused right then. Yeah. See, like, when I see the hawk flying, when I just look at this game and I don't remember all the pain and suffering this game has put me through, it looks like any other LEGO game. It looks good. It has interesting concepts. I kind of like the doors, although I wish they were way faster. Let's see what perfect forging does now that it's enabled. I probably just don't have to do the minigame, do I?
Good designs lately.
Oh, really? So I'm gonna have to get one more element. One piece of loot.
With the furnace, eh? I'm not insured.
So the minigame has changed to this outer ring.
Nice item, that.
Wait a minute. That doesn't look like it was perfectly forged.
If you got the designs and the materials, I got the forging.
Well, it says it is. Interesting. So, hopefully I'll get the achievement for that. Just trying to hit everything I can. Yeah, that's enough.
Picked up any good designs lately? Careful with the furnace,
Didn't it?
eh?
Did it make the
Nothing
same
sure.
music? It's a little bit different. The sound, it sounds like. See, and that doesn't feel. That doesn't
How's
look
you
like
doing
it's
business with
perfectly
you?
forged either. And it's not. It's not switching back and forth like any of the other perfectly forged items. Okay, now it is. So there was the achievement for playing as Gandalf and then taking the rhythm stick. Let's see. And then taking the dance boots
That'll be the door. Good morning.
and then putting on the music box.
Good morning.
I'm Gandalf. And Gandalf means I'm Gandalf. And
There we go.
Gandalf means me.
And then just switch because I don't want to listen to the music. Jimmy the blacksmith is now available for purchase. Interesting. So I had to unlock him. And he goes right there. So then there's like one more troll character and one more elf character. It feels like. Let's go turn this in. I don't think I can do Mouthy Mallet though. It seems 100% bugged. Or something else is going on. And I'm just not recognizing what it is. All this extra running around and I'm barely gonna get another billion. Let's see. Get that purple one. Oops, fall in the water, whatever. It could be that there's a bug combined by that one character. Like, because I haven't unlocked that character.
Swollen ridiculously from all the abuse. Please, take this. And may the hair on your toes never fall off.
Character studs. Very nice to have that, but particularly not gonna be super useful in this game.
Could I trouble you for a moment there?
Here he is, finally!
There's something you can forge called the Mithril Catchphrase Mallet, which, well, says things when you hit stuff. I wonder if it could drown out the sound of my mother-in-law. Be a friend and forge me one, would you? In
So,
return, I've got a
we
shiny
did have to
rock
do
I
that
can
in that
part with
order.
helps you find sapphires. Is that the mallet I asked for? Splendid. I'm gonna try it out on my mother-in-law right now. I mean, I'm not gonna hit her with it. Just hit something nearby.
Always loot sapphires. So I suppose as far as the extras, we could just try that too. Let's see. Always loot rubies, always loot diamonds, always loot gold, always loot emeralds, always loot sapphires. Nope, they're just toggling. So you can't have more than one on. That's unfortunate. I thought maybe you could have them all on at the same time. We need to change time, so let's go this way and hope. Well, actually, I need to double check to make sure that too. It's like, make sure there's nothing else in the daytime I'm supposed to do. It doesn't look like it. Man, this map is so badly laid out. It's just scaled wrong. Well, I'm thinking about like the Witcher 3's map and how you could, I think in the Witcher 3, you could zoom in a little bit or zoom in out a lot. And very fine adjustments could be made. I could be totally wrong about that. It's been so long since I played The Witcher 3. The comparisons to this game in Witcher 3 should be made. There you have an adult, very mature rated fantasy game that does it so much so right and covers almost the exact same type of creatures and sort of the same type of stories in very broad general term ways of thinking. And yet, this game just doesn't do anything right. That's an exaggeration, of course. It might be better to say it doesn't do anything well. It does some things right. It makes some good decisions. It just doesn't implement them well. It's such a shame. It is such a shame. I would be furious with these games if I was a fan of LEGO, of the Lord of the Rings, or LEGO games. And I am a fan of LEGO games, so if I really, really loved LEGO games, I would be pretty furious with this one. Also, if I paid like $60 for this game instead of, I think, the $5 I paid for it, I'd still be pretty furious with it. There you go, purchase that guy. So that leaves one more character to unlock, plus 2 mounts for DLC to unlock, which I think they never got added, if I was to guess. Or maybe it was DLC that was available at some point and it just isn't available on Steam anymore. Or maybe it is for sale and I just didn't purchase it. Anyway that is, it certainly doesn't matter anything to me. It's ridiculous. But no, they can't be mounts because mounts would be somewhere else. And they have to be like DLC giant trolls or something. So we're also in a weird situation because of the fact that I've only gone about 35 minutes here and we're almost there. 99.8% done. We'll get that last 2% I think when we purchase the character. Do we have all the red bricks? Yes. Have we spent all the mithril bricks? Yes. Do we have all the diagrams and the master thieves? Yes. And we only have one more character to unlock. So the only other thing I can really even consider doing is trying to find that fountain. If there is a fountain. Which there might be a fountain. Am I going the right direction? Yes. If there's a fountain, I would suspect it's near where we always start. The default load position. That'd be my guess. Purchase. And that unlocks him. So we are here. This is just locked. This must have been some DLC thing that they were gonna do at some point. Because it's after the customs. There's nothing else here. Few achievements we still haven't gotten. So my guess would be if there's gonna be a fountain, it would be over here, or it would be in the Shire. What I mean by a fountain is a place where studs would just fall constantly to help us, to allow us. Ooh, this is interesting. It's flying around the mountain. Well, right to the peak of the mountain. See, there should be like a mithril brick something or other. I should also look on the map. There might be a to be continued section because there was this cutscene after we got 100% on LEGO Lord of the Rings, and it was way over here. So I should look all over the map too. Nope. Would there be a reason why it would be here? We are at 100%. So I don't think we're gonna sit here and go through the credits at the end. Here. It would probably be me just shaming them if we did do that. This game is a mess. How much of this can I blame on WB and how much of this can I blame on TT Games? In the end, yeah, let's go to this. We haven't seen all of the mini kits done. At the end of the day, it comes down to if WB tells TT Games to put out a game and they have to do it, they're contractually obliged. The individual people can still quit, and I'm not sure even a game this bad is worth quitting your job over. But this is approaching it. Making this game doesn't stop them from making their next LEGO game a lot better. And it's really just kind of a shame, I guess. That's all I can really say about it. Here's each of the mini kits. I can hold, like, I think you can hold a button and have it disassemble. Right trigger, left trigger, down, right, spin, holding down the sticks, right bump, left bump, Y, holding down X, Y, A. No, you can't even debuild it. See, that's weird. That was a feature that was available. Here, this trophy room is super underutilized. Let's see. So if Rivendell isn't the location, maybe Bree would be the location where a fountain would be. I don't think there is one though. It seems unlikely. It seems like if there was something like that, the mithril brick would have there would have been a pile of mithril bricks somewhere, or something. Well, there is, I guess, one area we could have gone and checked in Rivendell. I suppose there's several areas I could have checked. Like in Rivendell, there's that secret cave area. Could have gone and checked that. I guess it doesn't really matter though. Let's fly this way. Doesn't look like there's even going to be a cutscene. I kind of liked the cutscene and kind of didn't like the cutscene. It was a little strange for it to be there. Let's see. The question is, what is this thing pointing me at? It's pointing me to something. We need to go chase it. I guess that if it's anything, it's gonna be this. So let's go walk towards this and see what it's directing us to. All these extra hours, 3 or 4 hours of gameplay, haven't got me up an extra even 1 billion in studs. So I am gonna have to play at least several, if not all of the levels in free play, with all the score multipliers to get to 10 billion. I am gonna have to do that anyways, also because I need to do more buddy up attacks still, I think. So what can I say? This is just a shame. The levels suck in this game. What is this taking me? The quests are fine in the overworld. The free play is the levels are way too short in story mode. The levels in free play are almost acceptable length. Well, I'd say they're usually acceptable length. The game is buggy as crazy as all can be. I've never had a LEGO game this buggy. We've had at least 5 crashes in playing this whole game. We've had a section that was, for a very long time, impossible to complete. This thing is pointing me somewhere. I'm walking to Rivendell now. So, wherever this is taking me, this will be interesting. I feel that LEGO games and the multiple characters that they can have, you can play as, I feel like that is a dead concept. It's been around since the original LEGO games, and I've never really felt that it was as much there for the player's enjoyment as it was just to ensure more minifigs were in the game. I like the character wheel, but it is, every time it's been used so far, it's not actually helped anything. I would much rather, in free play mode right now, be able to hit right bump and left bump than use the character wheel. Lego Marvel Superheroes obviously gets away from the character wheel right back to just holding down Y to select characters. So then you have a redundant system. Like here, if I hold down Y, I only get the wheel. In Lego Marvel Superheroes, you just get everybody, and I think that's a better system. I like the concept of loot. It was implemented awfully in this game. I like the concept of objects, but again, implemented awfully, and I think a lot more experimentation is needed before that's ever going to work correctly. And see, it's not leading me to the collectibles, is it? I hope it isn't. Because that would be no, it's leading me somewhere else. I have no idea where this is going. It's so strange that you would have this game be this bad. I could see the game, a Lego game, being bad for other properties, but not the major ones. Like Lego Pirates of the Caribbean is, last time I played it, I think a pretty good Lego game. And you could have dropped the ball on that a lot more than you should have on the Lord of the Rings. Lego Indiana Jones 2, kind of bad, but it was one of the earlier games. Still probably better than this. In fact, there's no probably about it. This is by far the worst game, and that's saying a lot because I just played Lego Lord of the Rings, and I thought that would have been the worst game. It felt 100% like it absolutely was going to be the worst game I would ever play, and that they had just screwed up with that one thing. Using the voice dialogue in here instead of just having them not talk or having... What? So why is it pointing at me to this level? Why would it want me to play over the hill and under the hill? Yeah, that makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Maybe for some reason the game just thought that was what we're supposed to. These triangles make no sense. Oh, it wants me to fly this direction now. Interesting. It's got me going all over the place. Yeah, so in the story, that would have been the level that would have gotten me to that point. Oh, where is this thing taking me? It's taking me all the way to the end of the game, I think. But they just need to pay real video game voice actors that are experts in doing voice acting in video games. If they're gonna voice act, and I'm fine with voice acting. In fact, it's kind of nice. But you can't just use what was in the movie. That probably didn't save them any realistic amount of money for the extra effort and the limitations that they were then held to as far as gameplay production. Is this a team-up attack? Let's see, so I can't even get through here. So let's travel to this instead. That way must just be blocked off. And I don't have any interest in really running back there to see, like, to unblock off the path. If I could jump over this section right here, it would make sense, but I can't. So instead I have to run here. It's hard to not feel like this game, even from the beginning, was doomed. Just the budget feels like it was slashed. It feels like the time was limited. This probably had to come out right around the time of one of the Hobbit movies, and I bet the LEGO Lord of the Rings games had to come out in the same time frame. How that would work, I don't know, because you should, for a property like that, have had at least 3 years warning that movie was in production, and if you knew it was in production, you tell the people that you're gonna make video games for your movie to make that. Alright, so I am here, and it wants me right here. And then where does it want me? Let's see. This buggy game has just got me chasing things in circles. I'm here, and as soon as it gets away from here, it wants me right there. So, was this my location? I mean, I guess? Maybe? That was the last thing I used the indicator on? And so it's just now pointing directly to what I was at before. I have to assume that's the whole case. Interesting. Alright, so let's move to this point right here. This is the only thing I can think of, if there's any more to this game, which I doubt there is. It's really ending on a whimper. No congratulations screen or sign, or like come see this cutscene or thanks for playing or anything. To even get to the credits, I think I would have to simply I think to get to even the credits, I would have to exit the game. Yep. Let's just double check everything in daytime then. So this would have me go all the way this direction again. It's pointing me to what I last used it on. Such a buggy game. Such a disappointment. I don't know what you fix here. I think what you would have to do is you'd have to take LEGO The Lord of the Rings and LEGO Middle-earth. Probably toss all the levels, and just give the open world games sections. Sell it for the cheap and just get rid of the main story stuff. Particularly for Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, I think that for considering what they did do, that would have been the right choice. Yep. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing here. I don't even, there's not even a place that would make a lot of sense for there to be something. Like the secret area right there would be the next closest thing. Everything is so split up as far as all the items though. So that's gonna be it for this series. Well, I tell you right now, I am never gonna play LEGO Lord of the Rings or LEGO The Hobbit again, even though I do have to play more of this to get all of the achievements, and I am such a fool that I will do that. the truth of it is it's just not worth it. So the bagpipes are playing. It is almost funeral here. They killed this franchise. They murdered it totally. I can't really even muster up the energy to hate this game so much. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. Every single person's name on here needs to go sit in the corner and think about what they did for these games. This was bad. And the bar for LEGO games isn't even that high, really. But I'm amazed they could even do that much, do such a bad job, and that they would do such a bad job on this series. It's amazing. I have a lot of high hopes, and I hope this is a one-time mistake or two-time mistake, since they kind of did it with LEGO Lord of the Rings too. Maybe they were making LEGO Dimensions at the same time and they would just stretch too thin, but I can't even find excuses for them. They did this, and it is awful. It is just awful. Do not play this game. Do not buy this game. Go play any of the other LEGO games at all. I wonder how long this credit's gonna go. I bet it's not even that much. It seems like it's a smaller list than what we're used to seeing, at the very least. But there were some good elements in this. There were some good ideas in this, and I would like to see some of those ideas played with a little bit more if we ever do get any more LEGO games that are standalone games. It may very well be that LEGO Star Wars The Force Unleashed is going to be the last standalone and PC capable LEGO game to ever come out, because everything else is seeming like it might go to LEGO Dimensions, and LEGO Dimensions has still not ported itself to PC, which is ridiculous. And so that might very easily be the latest game I can play, and then I'll just never play a LEGO game again, which would be alright. I mean, by the time I'm done with this series of playing all the LEGO games for PC, I will have played probably 10 of them, and each one of them takes a significant amount of time. Here we are at the special thanks. It is a short credit list, considering compared to LEGO Lord of the Rings, that went on forever and ever, and had 3 credits for the 3 different sections, and almost made me rage quit because it showed credits after the first third of the game. They did not do that in this version. They only put credits after you beat the final level in story mode. Quality assurance testers, every single one of them needs to sit in a corner again and rethink. I'm sure they knew the bugs were there, and the bosses above them told them, we know, we'll just ship it as is. But the quality assurance testers, I think maybe they should have quit their job at that point. And I think some of the senior development management and people are probably the ones that really need a tisk against them. It's just really, really bad. Did they have a big portion of this game made by somebody else? Maybe that's it. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like it. Usually TT Games do hire out for like race sections in LEGO Star Wars. They hired somebody else to make that, and usually those are awful. This time it feels like they didn't even bother to hire anybody and just let the levels be really short. That seems really strange. Seems like there was no confidence or interest at all. Maybe that's the truth of it. Maybe nobody liked the Lord of the Rings franchise, or it was just a really difficult franchise to deal with because they weren't allowed to change much. That could have also been the issue. It probably was, if what I hear about the Tolkien estate is true, that they may have been just had both arms tied behind their back about the story levels, that all they could have done was the open world levels and make some different things there. That would explain why there were some decent boss fights just put in caves at random places in the overworld, and there were some decent fetch quests that you could have taken 9 of the fetch quests in the overworld, put them actually in the story mission, and it would have made half the story missions an acceptable length. What is EMEA? I don't know. That might have been a secondary company that they used. I should have done research. It seems like it. And then APAC 2. And then Wingnut Films, man. Middle-earth Enterprises. Franchise development. You really didn't develop your franchise here. Voice talent. That's probably just the people that were in the movie, if I was to guess. Or people that just did the monotype. That's always weird that they start putting, like, we used monotype and JPEG and Z library and MD5 and Squish, and we're gonna put all of the legalese at the bottom of the game. And I don't know when they started having to do that, because I remember in the old days you would never have to do any of that. You might be in a text file or a README or something, but you wouldn't just put it at the end of the credits. You try to keep the credits at least somewhat short. I want to see, we're almost here at the end, obviously, so let's see if there might be something we see different. Apple MA3 codec, ACA. I wonder, yeah, you can see Apple's legalese goes on forever. And see, there were probably versions of this game for like the 3DS that were completely different and way better. Because they always do make like cell phone and portable versions of these games. And I wonder if there was a huge difference there. Usually they're somewhat close, or the portable versions aren't anywhere as good. But I wonder if maybe this time it was the other way around. Well, that was the credits. There's nothing there. We're at 100%. There's nothing more to show for the LEGO The Hobbit. Again, bad game. Really, really bad game. Really a crying shame. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. That takes you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. You can click that and make a donation. Also on my main YouTube page is a playlist tab. You can click and see a playlist for every game I've ever covered. There's plenty of other better LEGO games I've covered, so you can check some of those out. Plus I've covered a lot of other games, most of which are also better than this one. I hate to end on a sour note, but there's really no way to avoid it. Finally, down below in the description box, I have links to social media so you can friend and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+. You can also friend me on Steam and Battle.net. So please do that. That helps me out and it helps you out see when my newest videos are ready for viewing. Thank you for going through this series. If you made it all the way through the series, you deserve an award. And thank you for always watching. Thanks. Goodbye.